what's going on YouTube? My name is Chris Quinn. Welcome back to my channel. So for my film class, we had to do a genre study of a specific genre that we gotta pick. And we gotta pick our presentation style. I picked thriller, and I may or may not have procrastinated on it for about a week. So I figured that I could show you guys. And it totally has nothing to do with me completely forgetting how quickly a week goes by. Anyways, enjoy the video.
Okay, enough of that. Thrillers. No, not that thriller. Thriller movies. You either love them or you hate them. Personally, I love them. But what really is a thriller movie? I'm glad you asked. A thriller movie is defined as a genre that revolves around anticipation and suspense. The term thriller is really a broad genre of literature, film, and television with several overlapping subgenres. Action thriller, conspiracy thriller, crime thriller, disaster thriller, eco-thriller, forensic thriller, legal thriller, mystery thriller, psychological thriller. You get the picture. A lot of thrillers. The aim for thriller movies is to keep the audience on the edge of their seats, to give a heightened feeling of suspense, excitement, surprise, anticipation, and even anxiety. You'll find red herrings, plot twists, cliffhangers, important information will be kept from the viewer, and typically the plot is villain-driven. Your protagonist is going to be in quite a bit of danger and tasked with a mission, mystery, escape, or just challenge to survive. No matter the subgenre, even romantic thrillers, yes, that is a thing. The emphasis of the movie will be the protagonist's imminent danger, and all that built-up tension throughout the film is going to lead to a highly stressful climax. Have fun with yoga afterwards. So let's talk about some specific thrillers. First up, we have Jordan Peele's 2017 Get Out. In Get Out, you have Chris, who is going to meet his girlfriend's parents for a weekend getaway. Everything starts out all fine. Some nervous and awkward interactions, but normal. As the weekend progresses, this getaway gets a bit more disturbing than was found on the surface. From the very beginning of the movie, things are tense. Only change is what is causing said tension. Through the majority of the movie, there is a mass cover-up of viewer information, and our protagonist, Chris, is faced with the common thriller challenge of escape, or in this case, to get out. Next, we have John Krasinski's 2018 A Quiet Place, where the only thing to say is, if they hear you, they hunt you. The movie follows a family in the middle of the alien apocalypse with one major and lethal detail. The aliens hunt by sound. A Quiet Place is completely based around the fear of making even the slightest of sounds, such as the tipping over of a plastic bottle or the creaking of a floorboard, as any can and will lead to their imminent death. It is a perfect example of a thriller. Death looms over the characters, the goal of survival is obvious, and absolutely in no way promised to anyone. Way to go, John. You've really moved up since The Office. If anyone knows how to build suspense, it is the thriller mastermind himself, M. Night Shyamalan, along with his 2016 Split. In Split, we meet Kevin, a man with 23 confirmed different personalities, 3 of which are working together to try and unleash one known as the Beast. Under that influence, Kevin kidnaps 3 teenage girls, and we follow them and Kevin as they fight for their escape and survival, while Kevin goes to war with himself for survival of his personalities as his mind begins to shatter. Split is extremely villain-driven, although it isn't necessarily 100% on just who exactly that villain is. The teenagers, Casey, Marcia, and Claire, have to face the threat of death. Kevin, being at the will of his personalities, faces the danger of the Beast, and in classic thriller fashion, the movie ends on a cliffhanger. The storyline continued in 2019's Glass, now combined with another of M. Night's thriller, Unbreakable. But we're not going into those. Instead, let's continue with Fede Alvarez's 2016 Don't Breathe. In this thriller, we follow 3 thieves, Rocky, Alex, and Money, who get word of a blind veteran that won a major cash settlement following the death of his child. Trying to get out of Detroit and finding him to be an easy target, the 3 break into his home in the middle of an abandoned neighborhood to rob him. It doesn't go to plan. At all. They become trapped in his house and find themselves playing a deadly game of cat and mouse, except the cat is an old blind guy. Now, I will not lie. Don't Breathe is the only one of these movies that I personally own, and while it has its fair share of plot holes and flaws, it is still a great example of a thriller. You have three young people trying to escape while their villain holds the upper hand. Details are kept from the viewer until towards the end of the movie, and the survival of our protagonist, yes, the thieves, our protagonist, is unsure throughout the movie. If you plan on watching Don't Breathe, get ready for a lot of, oh, they gonna die. And, you should probably stay out of the basement. And last on this list of movies is Stephen King's 2017 It. It follows 7 kids in Derry, Maine who over the summer have to face their worst nightmare. An ancient, shape-shifting evil emerges from the sewer every 27 years to prey on the town's children, and quite literally becomes their worst nightmares. Also known as...
Well, I'm Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
The danger is high. Pennywise and his out-of-this-world powers drive the plot. The kids, known as the Losers Club, face the challenge to escape and to survive Pennywise's murderous feeding. While thriller movies are, in my, professional opinion, one of the best genres there is to film, what starts it is all really the director, such as the previously mentioned author and director Stephen King with It, Pet Sematary, or The Shining. And King has managed to terrify people with his written works, even with us being too stubborn to pick up a book. There's also Brian De Palma with films like Carrie and Scarface, 1927 to 1996, Lucio Fulci with City of the Living Dead, 1939 to 2015, Wes Craven, who directed classics like Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream, and South Korea's Bong Joon-ho, who was behind movies such as Mother and Snowpiercer. All great examples of thriller movies and the masterminds behind them. All of these movies are known for dark plots and subplots, tension thick enough you could cut it with a knife, high stakes and danger waiting for the protagonist around every corner. Sadly, to achieve the desired danger or tension, most thrillers receive an R rating and thus become generally unavailable for a mass amount of audiences. Regardless, if you like your popcorn seasoned with adrenaline and believe there is more to fear than the jump scare, thriller and its subgenres are what you want to search up on Netflix or Hulu. Unless you're like me and have neither, then maybe just go to Family Video.
Thank you for putting up with my bullcrap and watching that video. Like this video if you like this video, subscribe if you are new, and make sure you hit the little bell icon so you get notified about when I upload. I upload once a week every single Thursday, and I will see you all in another video. Crazy Queen is out.